Hello everyone, it's Jalen video, where today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make and edit my videos, and I do that in a program called WONDERSHARE FILMORA, and it's an amazing program. I definitely recommend it if you're thinking about making YouTube videos. It's probably as powerful as some of the bigger names like Sony Vegas, like it's just as powerful as them, but it's more simple in my opinion and much better for beginners, definitely. And even if you've mastered video editing, it's just good in my opinion. So I'm gonna show around the interface, but first I'm gonna get some files to edit. Let's just go in here and get some of the kills from my Nextvius project. Let's open this one. I'm not quite sure what it is. To import, you just click import there, and I'll go through all of these tabs and show you how to do it. But first, to get some footage, and I've got music here, I've already imported that. You just drag it from this place here, which is where your imported media goes, and you drag it onto the timeline, which is where we'll be doing our work. And music, you can do the exact same thing. Just drag it to one of the music columns. If you see, you've got different columns. You've got the video layer, then you've got another layer of video, and I'll show you what the difference between them two is later. You've got text layer. You could also have a filters layer, but that only comes in if you add one, and you've got audio layers as well. And here it is. If I'll turn this down, if, and as well I'll say this button records microphone, so you can record a voiceover. This starts it, stops it, that sends you to the next frame, I think. Yeah, next frame. This stops it completely. That takes a snapshot, and that makes it full screen. So just turn it down if you want to do that here, and we'll sort that out later. But anyway, yeah. Here you can lock. Actually, I'll come back to this bit because this is when we get to the edit process. So in this screen, we've got sample colors, which are just different colors you can also drag and drop in. They don't really add anything. It's just colors there. And to delete, you can just click on it and click delete, or you can right click on it and do the same. Where is it? Cut. There we go. And sample videos, they've got a few videos here just in case you want to use them. I'm not sure why you would. Just if you wanted the countdown, maybe, I guess you can do that. So the next tab is music. These are some royalty free music that the program comes with, and you can like download them and stuff. You do have to download them though from the effects workshop, which is up here. There's more effects, and if you click on that, it'll take the effects. You can message. This is from your account, I think. Yeah, and also if you came in and yours looked like this, that's just because you've got light screen on. Just click up here if you want a dark mode, because everyone likes that. Anyway, yeah, next one is text. So I'll explain text more in depth later on, but just to start out, here are titles. There's different types. You've got the titles. You might have seen these in a few of my videos. I like this one especially. You just change the text in the middle. You've got openers, which is what I just showed you there. Titles, which are like just to put over your video. It's the exact same thing as like the other ones, but without a background. Lower third come in like the bottom corner mainly, if you have a look at this. And then subtitles are for like subtitles, very much like animated ones. I like number 10. Number 10's a nice one for me. And then end credits, pretty self-explanatory. And I don't know what language this is all in. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter though. Transitions. This is where I think this program really shines. The amount of transitions you can get between like videos. And say, I don't know. Look. Look how many there is. It's a ridiculous amount. If you want to use a transition, actually I'll come back to that in a bit. But you can play them by clicking on it, sorry, and then clicking play, and it just shows you an example of the transition, like what it's gonna do. Orb twist. Some of them aren't very good in my opinion. Like I don't really like that. I think I like this one. Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Oh no, it's not. I don't really like them ones either. I like the blinds. This is the one I was thinking of. That's a cool effect. You'll have seen that in some of my videos. And it's got like different subcategories of them if you're struggling to find them. Filters is also another bit thing that's cool. It's just to add an extra bit to your video. So you've got shake. You can make it shake around. You've got like Instagram effects just to make your video look nicer, to be honest. If you have a look, it does look much nicer like this. And I do like that effect actually. I'm gonna add the favorites or Alt F, and there's always, you can do that with everything. Every one of these tiles you can add favorites here. Overlays is quite similar to filters, but they're a little bit different. They're like borders and stuff. So you got borders, light frames, stuff like that. You've got to download a lot of these as well, unfortunately. I don't really use them. And elements is just like slight little things, like little animated things to go in your videos. Badges, pretty much what they are. And then split screens if you want to make like a video collage. So next we're going to get into actually editing a video. And we've got our thing down here. I'll show you how to drag and drop. Now if you want to edit it, they've got a few options here. You've got crop and zoom, where you can crop the clip and, you know, zoom it in. Then you've got pan and zoom, which also does the same thing. You can use this as like a pulse effect. See, if you've got a video, then you can crop it if you get like a kill on Fortnite, and it'll look cool. Except it's going to take a long time because this clip's a long clip. If you want to shorten the time, you've just got to make the clip shorter. Oh wait, let me reset that. If you want to reset it, just click the reset button in the bottom left. Next you've got split. That cuts it, which is the exact same thing as these tools up here, which I guess we'll get to now. This shows like color. You can tint it, you can add textures and stuff, presets like warm, fantasy, just normal presets that you'd get, epic. Just double click on them to have a look at them. Here is enhance. Oh no, oh wait, no, that's a different thing. This is the power tool. You can get to that by going down to here. This is used for like blurring faces and stuff. You can detect faces on videos and put blurs over them. That one's not used very often. This creates a freeze frame, and the freeze frame qualities aren't very good. Like the quality of the freeze frame isn't very good for some reason, but I don't know, I guess it's fine. This one's the exact same thing. It's the crop and zoom. You've got delete it there, and then Control Z if you want to undo something. You've got the split tool. You've got like the editing thing, so you can up the contrast, you can up the saturation, brightness, tint. You can change the speed, and also if you want to play the video in reverse, you just play it like that. So it'll create video renders. I'll go over preview renders in a bit, so you can do that, but I wouldn't do that. Let's just click OK. You know, let's just keep that. There's also a reset button here, which I forgot to mention, which is much easier to get rid of everything. And also you might notice this, there's an advanced setting for every single like thing you can do, so you might want to have a look in there if you know what you're doing more. Okay, so let's say you wanted to do a transition from one clip to another. Well, we're gonna go over here and remember how to import our media. So let's open this one. Okay, have a preview of this video. Let's see if we want this video. Let's have a look. I assume it's nice snipe, I think. I'm not really sure what this video is. Come on. I mean, it's most likely going to be a good video. Yeah, right, okay, that's a snipe. So you want to go from this video to that video. You could do that with transitions. Okay, so you've seen other transitions here. To preview them, you just do the same thing. Let's have a look at some transitions. As I said before, I like, actually wait, I just noticed a flash. This is a good transition. I like a transition. We're going to use this one, and to use it you just click on it and you drag it in between the videos. So now there's a transition between the two videos now, and that looks a lot nicer. You can also edit the what do you call it? You can also edit the transitions. If you pull this timeline here, you can either pull here, or you can just pull at the top bit and pull it along. It makes it bigger so you can see what you're doing. You can also extend how long the transition goes on for. If you have a look here, it takes a lot longer to do it. If you do that, it can make it really short, like that, so you can hardly see it. So here, if you right click on it, you can edit it, or click on it and click Alt E. Hit the edit bit, you can put it before the transition and after the transition. You can overlap it, how long it lasts and stuff. Repeat frames, use trim frames. You can do a lot of things there. So the next tab is filters, and filters, as I mentioned before, just make your video look a little bit nicer. So if you drag it onto the timeline, it'll automatically create a new filters line where you can put them on. And just as I said before, you drag it to make it longer so it can last your whole video. And then watch this. So it looks a lot nicer. You can also double up filters, so if I wanted to put, like, let's see, also there's a search bar, so I forgot to talk about this search bar at the top, so you can search for effects. So if I put a blur effect here over this clip, you'll see it'll overlap the two effects. So you can do that as well. Overlays, you just gotta see if I've got any overlays. Yeah, you can just drag these on. These go in the same section as the filter one. Just add a little bit more to your video. Elements, you can have these usually at like the start of the video, and if you edit them, you can change how it comes in. So like what animation it has. If I add this, you can see it like flips in, kind of. There we go. Oh, one I missed out. I forgot about text. Text. If you're having an opener, it's its own video, so you've got to like drag it to the start. And here it is. And to edit the text, you just double click on it. Your title here, let's just say hi. And to reposition it, it's got lines to tell you whether it's in the middle of everything, and it'll come in edited already, which is good. And the advanced effects for that, you can give it like borders. So let's say you wanted a pink border around it, you can change whether it's blurry, you can change the size of it, its opacity, everything like that. You can change the font up here. Got loads of different fonts, the size, whether it's in the middle, left, right, the different options you have on Word. Really, some effects, these are like kind of like word art effects. I don't really like them effects much. You can also add a drop shadow, how far away it is and stuff like that, which is always good. No, I do not want to save the changes. And text here, what else do we have? We've got openers, titles. Titles are the exact same thing, and subtitles also are the same thing. If you want your subtitles in the lower third, which I imagine you would, let's just delete this bit actually. You can have them at the bottom here, and to make them stand out, what I do, see if that was my subtitle, for some reason, you click on it, drag it to the lower third, make it bigger, obviously. Advanced, and I'd put a border around it, black border, maybe make the size a little bit bigger, give it a small drop shadow, let's blur. I think that looks quite nice. And yeah, that's pretty much everything on this bit. You've got the split screen as well, I guess, which you pick 3 different videos and you add them into the split screen. that's pretty much it. Now we're going to go to an example project and show what render timelines are. Okay, so here we have an example project. This is the example project from my competition, my editing competition I entered, and here, as you can see, there's a lot of cuts. And WONDERSHARE FILMORA, it struggles with a lot of cuts and edits and stuff like that. So if I played this through, it's not going to look very nice. And so let me just play this. It really struggles and keeps pausing and stuff. So if you want to fix that, you click create render preview file or render timeline, which is here, and it creates previews and it'll play it through slow, like smoothly for you once it's done. So I'll just speed this bit up.
What's it, Brian?
So now that's done. If we have a look at this bit now, it should look a lot smoother. As you can see, it's made it a lot smoother. Top in the videos. This is a video I'm working on, by the way. This is a bit of a secret peek, and here is the green screen footage. If I wanted to use this, say, let's get this clip. I wanted to use it over this clip. I'd have to drag it into the bottom layer, into the secondary video slot, because I'll show you why. In this first one, you'll see it's got all these things. So the second one, you've got extra effect. You've got green screen. And this, you choose the color of your image, which you want to be transparent, and you make it transparent by however much you want. You can up the intensity level. And now, if you have a look at this, we've got my green screen effect. Yeah, so anyway guys, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I hope it did help if any of you were thinking about starting editing and wanted to use WONDERSHARE FILMORA. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.